Nana from Nana Can Cook. Today we're going to be making some Laura Bush's Cowboy cookies. Got this recipe from the back of a sleazy romance novel. It's really tasty. I think I had this recipe years ago, but lost it. So first of all, we're going to get 3 cups of flour in a bowl, and then we're going to get a tablespoon of baking soda. Tablespoon. Fancy dancy measuring cups I'm so proud of. I think this is about doomed for the refrigerator. And a tablespoon of baking powder. Well, I think I'm running out of this too. Oh, it's kind of stuck here in the bottom. Okay. Too much. Okay, that'll work. And a teaspoon of salt. Don't look at that. That's messy. But I'm kind of messy. These are some of my favorite cookies. When Shaye used to play water polo when she was in high school. Really good goalie, but water polo is a lot of work. So I'd always make these cookies to give to the girls after the game. So we're going to set this aside. This is 3 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, tablespoon of baking soda, teaspoon of salt. We're going to put it over here. Into our mixing bowl, we are going to put 1.5 cups of butter, which means 3 cubes. And I meant to do these before I got here. I'm sure you like to see me fumble around doing this. You can always tell when the butter is through whipping. It gets kind of fluffy and it gets it to be a little bit lighter. So we're going to scoop this down on the side. And we're going to add, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing that wrong. We're doing 1.5 cups of brown sugar and 1.5 cups of white sugar. And I just did 3/4 cup and that won't work. It won't be nearly as sweet. We won't do sweet's good. So we're going to put this in here. And we're going to put this as 1/2 cup. Get some sugar out of the bowl as a canister. And we're going to whip this to be nice and fluffy too. We have got this beat up. Want to check it down in here? This is kind of what it looks like when you have it mixed together. And now we're going to add 3 eggs. And we're going to add it, 1 egg, and then we're going to beat it. Add another egg, and you're going to beat it. You don't want to put them all in at once. So we're going to put in now we're going to add half of the flour mixture, which is in this bowl. Put in half, and then we'll mix it, and then we'll put the rest of it in. Okay, this is now mixed up. This makes 72 huge cookies, but I usually make a few. When I did it for the water polo girls, I make great big ones so they wouldn't have to take 2. But no matter how many I took, they ate them all. But they would be, when they went to a away game, they had lunches, but when they were home, they didn't. So I always felt sorry for them. Okay, now we're going to put in here 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. Now, if you have quick rolled oats, that's okay. You just use what you got. But do not mix this up with instant oatmeal, because that won't work. So we're going to put that in there. 3 cups of chocolate chips. I didn't have 3 cups of chocolate ones, so I put some white chocolate in, which I like better. Put that in there. 2 cups of flaked coconut. Well, actually, this is shredded. I don't think it makes any difference. This is just a great recipe. Even if you're a Democrat, you can make Laura Bush's cookies. I won't hold it against you. I think I had this recipe when I was young and married and had just one child, and my babysitter, I went to work and my babysitter had this recipe, but I think Mary's probably in the cookie heaven. She was a great cook too. And I have to hold these down. Actually, we could put the collar on because that's what the collar's for. I never figure out. So you just pour stuff down there and we'll get every place, but I'm going to put the collar on. Now, according to the recipe, you're supposed to take a 1/4 cup measurement. Put a 1/4 cup in there and your hand's a little wet, that helps. And you put them on a regular cookie sheet. You put 9 to a cookie sheet. But these are big, beautiful. Usually I make a few big ones. Then I make just regular sized ones. Well, actually, I think I can only get 8 cookies on here. And this is what they look like. Now it says 15 to 17 minutes. I'm going to put them for 15 and then I'm going to check them and see what they need to do. You know, if I need to bake them longer. I like my cookies soft and chewy, so you don't bake them as long. And if you like your cookies crispy, you bake them a little bit longer. So here we go. Laura Bush's Cowboy cookies. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, we're back. The cookies are out of the oven. I put them in 15 to 17 minutes. I still have 3.5 minutes left, so I would put them in for like 12. Now, I like mine, so and I tell you this every time, so they're kind of soft in the middle. So, we're going to take these off here, and we're going to put them over here in this rack. See, they're really huge, big cookies, but this water polo girls loved them. The recipe's supposed to make 72 this size, but I'm going to, remember I told you before about making the cookies on a pan and then freezing them and then storing them? I'm going to do that with this batch because there's so many here that they get stale. And this way you can just get them out of the freezer, pop them in the oven, and you have fresh cookies. And if you have company, they'll think you've been slaving away at it. So anyhow, that's it for Laura Bush's Cowboy cookies, and Democrats are also allowed to make these cookies. You don't have to tell anybody. Maybe you could say they were tippers. I don't know. So, subscribe, write some comments, send this to your friends, and let me know what you'd like me to make next. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be apple pizza, which is made with pie crust. So that'll probably be my next thing, and that'll be next week. So in the meantime, you guys all have a great day, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.